All right, hi, fourth period. I'm sorry I forgot to record number 1, but all you can see we did there is we added 14 to both sides to get x equals negative 17. All right, so let's look at number 2. Looking at number 2, we're still solving, and we're trying to figure out what is r, right, Brianna?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so we're going to put a line down our equal sign, and we have to say what's happening to r right here. R what? Is being divided. What's the opposite of dividing, Sierra? Multiplying. So we're going to multiply by 19. Whenever we write multiplying, we always write it on the top of the fraction. You never write multiplying on the bottom. That's wrong. So we're going to multiply by 19 over here. All right. A number on the top and the bottom of the fraction will cross each other off because the top is multiplying and the bottom is dividing, and multiplying and dividing are opposites. All right, somebody put 19 times negative 4 in their calculator for me and tell me what that is. Jordan, put, oh no, you spelled something. Rachel, put 19 times negative 4 in your calculator.
What happened?
I was going to ask you a question, but you spelled
Negative 76!
Negative 76, and she yelled it loud enough that you in fourth period can hear it. Thank you, Rachel. Okay. Let's look at number 3, guys. Number 3, let's see here. Once again, we want to get a by itself, so we're going to put a line down our equal sign. All right.
I want to answer it again.
Let's see here if we can have anything on this side that we can simplify. Is there anything that we can do to just this side by itself without moving anything? No. Is there anything I can do to just this side without moving anything? Nope. All right, so this is a problem because I have adding and I have dividing, and I don't know which to do first. So remember, we've got our good old PEMDAS. And remember, we're going to do inverse, which means backwards, so that means we're starting with adding or subtracting.
Backwards?
Hey! Adding or subtracting here. So this is a positive 4 that's being added, so we are going to minus 4. Okay? So 4 minus 4 is 0, and 4 minus 4 here is 0. Can I just cross that off?
Mm-hmm.
I can have nothing on that side at all?
No.
What do I need to write there? What's nothing? What number means nothing? 0. And then I have a divided by 7 over here. A divided by 7. All right, so what do I do to get rid of that divided by 7, Jordan?
Multiply by 7.
Okay, multiply by 7. And when I do it on one side, I do to the other. And make sure you write your multiplying on the top of the fraction, because if you write it on the bottom, that's dividing. Okay, top and bottom is, top's multiplying, bottom is dividing, so they cross each other off. 0 times 7 is still 0. So A equals 0.
I'll get it.
All right, let's look at number 4. Look at number 4. We've got 2 different things going on here. We're going to line down our equal sign. All right. We have x minus 3, and then we have divided by 2.
This is number 4?
This is number 4, yes. So we have minusing and dividing. And normally, we would do our adding or subtracting first, but why can we not do our adding or subtracting first on this one?
Because it's already subtract.
Well, that's because the division is in the way. Do you guys see this? This division bar right here goes all the way across, which means that it's dividing this entire piece right here, which means that it has grouped that together. And so this is acting like a parentheses all the way up here at the top. This right here is grouping that together. It's in your way. You can't get to the adding or subtracting. So you have to skip to multiplying or dividing. So it's being divided by 2. What's the opposite of dividing by 2, Brianna? Multiplying by 2 on both sides. We're going to multiply both sides by 2. Make sure you write multiplying on the top of the fraction, not on the bottom. Cross each other off. 2 times negative 2 is, because 2 times negative 3 is negative 6. And x minus 3 is what's left over here. All right, so now we have negative 6 equals x minus 3. So what do I do next, Sierra? It would divide by negative 6 if the x was over here. If the x is right here, but the x is not. The x is right here. What's happening to the x? It's minusing 3, right? I can't hear this. So what's the opposite? Minusing 3. I'm not talking to you. But yes, it's add 3.
Oh. know what I'm.
Okay. So negative 6 plus 3. If you put that in your calculator, you should get negative 3. And make sure you put that in your calculator. Someone over here always tries to do them by their head and then gets them wrong. Right there. Okay. So negative 3 equals x. Give you guys a chance to write that. Catch up with me. All right, let's look at number 5. On number 5, once again, we're trying to solve for k. All right, let's look at it. On this side over here, is there anything that I can simplify? No. Is there anything I can simplify on this side over here? They're both k, so we can combine like terms. So what is 1k minus 4k? What's 1 minus 4? Negative 3k. So 21 equals negative 3k.
Then you can write it.
I am dividing it. Why am I not adding it?
Because you're going to be stupid when you write it.
Okay, because look right here, the negative 3 is next to the k, right here. So here, this negative 14 had a plus in between it. So this is an adding subtracting
I
problem.
have an answer.
When they're right next to each other, that's a multiplying dividing problem. Okay, so we're going to divide by negative 3 on both sides. And we're going to get k equals negative 7. All right. It's good. Let's look at number 6. All right, so line down our equal sign. Let's look at this side. Is there anything on this side right here that can be simplified, Michael? On the left side here, it can be simplified. The negative 7 and the 8. They're both a's. So negative 7 plus 8. Negative 7 plus 8. So the 3 comes straight down, and if you do negative 7 plus 8, I get 1a. What do I need to put between them? Plus, right? Because they're two different terms, okay? They're not being multiplied. They're not right next to each other. They're two different things. It needs a plus in between them. Equals 3. All right. So now, I'm going to look at this side again. Is there anything else I can do to simplify this side? Anything more I can do? I can minus 3, but if I'm going to do that to both sides, so I can't, it's not simplifying, that's solving. But yes, that's what I will do next. There's nothing I can do to simplify this side. I want all the letters on one side, all the numbers on the other. So this is the 3 I want to move. So I'm going to minus 3 for both sides. So I've got 1a equals nothing. What do I put for nothing, Sierra? What's nothing? 0, okay? All right, 1a is the same thing as a, so that's a equals 0. You could divide by 1 on both sides, but you just know that 1a and a is the same thing. So a equals 0. Yes? Okay. All right. Anybody need more time to write that? All right, number 7. All right, let's look at number 7.
Do the parentheses first.
Parentheses first, but what does the parentheses mean, Jordan? You're going to have to distribute it to the inside to multiply, okay? So that's because this side can be simplified first by distributing. So 8 times 1, 8 times negative 5x. 8 times 1 is 8. 8 times negative 5x is negative 40x.
Yeah.
And then equals 88 comes straight down. So is there anything more I can do on the left side by itself, just on that side to simplify it?
No.
No? What about on the right side?
No.
No. So now we're ready to get all our x's on one side, all our numbers on the other. This side has x's and numbers, so I want this 8 to move, okay? Because it's the one that I want to come over here. Now, this is the hard part here, is that 8 is being added or subtracted, right? We're going to see adding and subtracting is kind of one thing, right? So we know we're dealing with adding or subtracting. But is that 8 positive or negative? Positive, so are we going to do minus or plus? Good. We're going to minus 8 from both sides. Minus 8 from both sides. So we have negative 40x equals 80. What do we do next, Rachel?
You divide it by negative 40, which is a negative 2.
Good. So x equals negative 2. Anybody need more time to write that? You good? All right, let's look at number 8. This one's a little bit longer. Once again, line down our equal sign. Okay, is there anything on the left side that we can do to simplify this, Michael? Anything we can simplify right there? What can I do? I can't.
Actually, minimize the negative.
Yep, that's right. You're going to take the negative 8 times the 1, and then you're going to take the negative 8 times the negative 8n. Okay? So if I take negative 8 times 1, I'm going to get negative 8. If I take negative 8 times negative 8n, I'm going to get a positive 64n. Okay? Now, personally, you can just bring this all down. That's okay. But can you also distribute this one at the same time?
Yeah.
Yeah, so negative 7 times 1, negative 7 times 1n. I'm going to put a 1 in front of this n right here, so I know that's a 1. Okay, you guys see what I'm doing? Why not do that other one at the same time? Save myself a step. Is that confusing to anybody at all?
No.
Okay, good. So negative 7 times 1 is negative 7. Negative 7 times 1n is negative 7n. Equals negative 15, comes straight down. All right, so looking at this side right here, Sierra, is there anything I can do to simplify it further? I already simplified it some.
Circle the ends, combine the ends.
Combine the ends. Good, I'm going to circle the ends. But I'm also going to box the plain numbers just so I can do 2 things at once. You could do them in separate steps, but why not do 2 things at once? I circled the ends and I boxed the constants. So
Yeah.
negative 8 plus negative 7 is negative 15. Remember, combining always means adding. Okay, and then 64 plus negative 7. Rachel, get the door, please. Okay. All right, so 64 plus negative 7, combining means adding, equals a positive 57n. Equals negative 15. All right. So now I'm going to look at it one more time. Is there anything I can simplify on the left side? What do you think, Jordan? Anything to simplify? No. Anything to simplify on the right side? That's a really easy question. No, there's just one number over there. Okay? So now I'm ready to solve. And when I solve, I'm doing it to both sides and I'm doing the opposite. Right? So I want my letters on one side and my numbers on the other. So I wanted this negative 15 right here to move. That's what I want to move. Does everybody see that? Okay? So is that negative 15 on the adding subtracting level or on the multiplication division level?
Also on the adding.
The adding subtracting level, right? Is it negative or positive?
It's negative, so you're gonna have to add both sides.
15. Good to both
Then you're gonna
sides.
have to bring down the 0, and that's gonna be 75 and equals 0.
57n
No,
equals
no, man.
57n equals 0. Good. Good.
I'm sorry, I got this one.
That little dyslexic goes on there.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So now we got 57n equals 0. What do we do next, Brianna? Divide by 57. And n is going to equal 0 because 0 divided by 57 is still 0. If we have 0 cookies and we share them with 57 people, everybody gets 0 cookies each.
I have no friends.
I'm the cookie monster, man.
All right. Anybody need more time to write that? No? Yes, you do need more time to write it? No. Okay, let's look at number 9. Okay, number 9. We're trying to solve it again. So line down our equal sign. All right, so let's look at just the left side at first. What can we do on the left side to simplify it, Sierra?
You can take your 2 times it by 3, take your 2 times it by 6, so you're negative 3.
Negative 2 times, good. So negative 2 times 3 is negative 6. Negative 2 times negative 6p is a positive 12p. Okay? There's nothing to do with this negative 8 here, so I'm just going to bring it straight down. There's nothing to do with this 36 plus 2p, so I'm going to bring those straight down. Michael, can you do the door, please? All right. Okay, so let's look right here.
No.
Right here on the left side. Is there anything on the left side that we can do to simplify that? Jordan,
The P.
the P. What about the P? I could move it over, but that's not simplifying. Simplify. I can't agree with him. Then you put the 8 and 6 are both constants. Okay? Now, if you would have done what you said, you could still end up with the right answer possibly. But I think that way's harder. Okay? So I'm not telling you you're wrong, but it's just harder. And so I'm not going to do it that way. Okay? So the -8 and the -6 can be put together. Let's do that. -8 plus -6 is -14. 12p equals 36 plus 2p. All right. So now on the left side, is there anything I can simplify, Brianna? On the left side only. I can do what with the -14? Okay, if I'm going to do that, I'm going to do it not on both sides. So that's solving. Okay, so there's nothing to simplify here. There's nothing to simplify here. I'm going to start solving. Okay? The issue with this one is I want all my letters on one side and all my numbers on the other, and there's some on both. Okay? You can -2 or you can add the 14 because you're trying to get these P's over here and these numbers over here. It doesn't matter which one you do first. Okay, as long as you get all the P's on one side and all the numbers on the other, which you do first doesn't matter. So Brianna wants to add the 14 first. Michael wants to minus the 2 first. It doesn't matter. Okay, I'm going to minus the 2 first. Okay. -14 plus 10p equals 36. I should have made a larger blank for this one. Sorry, guys. You know, use a separate piece of paper if you need to. Okay, so I'm going to just rewrite this. Rewrite this problem right here because I'm out of room. -14 plus 10p equals 36.
I think the last enough to cut.
All right. So now I'm going to do what Brianna said, and I'm going to add 14 to both sides. And I got 10p equals 50. Oh, that must be first lunch. Okay. So divide by 10 on both sides.
P equals 5.
Yep, p equals 5.
Oh,
No, it's like, I'll get it done to the dining out tonight.
Did you announce it so much?
I just can't go. I wanted to so bad. I'm gonna have to chronicle it.
All right, let's look at number 10. Okay, still writing on 9. Do I need to slow down at all? Okay. All right, let's look at the left side only. Is there anything to simplify on the left side? Brianna, anything to simplify on the left side? No. What about on the right side? Michael, anything to simplify on the right side? Yep, -4 times 1 and -4 times 4x. Okay, -4 times 1 is -4. -4 times 4x is a -16x. I am not going to distribute this to the -5 because that's not in the parentheses. I'm not multiplying that. There's nothing to do with that -5x, so I'm just going to bring it straight down. And there was nothing to simplify on the left side, so I'm going to bring it straight down as well. Keeping my sides separate from one another. Okay, so we know there's nothing to do on the left side. We've already said that. Let's check the right side. Is there anything more I can simplify on the right side, Jordan? On the right side.
16 and 5.
-16 and -5 can be combined because they're both x's. Okay, that -4 is, there's nothing you can do with it, so it just comes straight down. So -16 plus -5, because combining is adding, is -21x. Okay, and the -7x plus 38 comes straight down. All right, so is there anything more We've already determined there's nothing more to do on the right side. Is there anything more to simplify on the, nothing to do on the left side. Is there anything more to simplify on the right side, Brianna? No. Okay, so now we're ready to solve. Okay. So, interrupting our video. So rude. Okay, so ready to solve. We want all the x's on one side, all the numbers on the other. It doesn't matter which ones go on which side as long as you get all the x's on one and numbers on the other, okay? So which one do you suggest that we move? Thanks, Michael. Sierra, what do you think we should move?
21x and
You want to move the 21x. So it's a negative 21x, so we're going to add 21x to both sides. Okay. So that negative 4 comes straight down. Don't lose your negative 4. That's something I see often is people just lose their negatives somewhere along there.
Still recording?
Yes.
Hello.
So negative 7x plus 21x is a 14x, and the plus 38 goes straight down. So at this point, now that Sierra has had us move the x's, we are committed. The x's are going on the left, so that means our numbers have to go on the right. Okay? It doesn't matter, but once you decide, stick with it. Okay? So we need to move that positive 38. So we're going to minus 38 from both sides. So I'm going to just rewrite it up here because I'm out of room. So I've got 14x coming straight down equals negative 4 plus negative 38 is negative 42. Oops. All right. So what do I do next, Rachel? You're not caught up with this yet, but this is where I'm at.
I don't know. But you divide it by 14.
Correct. All right. So that's going to be x equals negative 3. Okay. And then we're going to pause our video for the next section, and we'll start another video in a minute.